So what is an essential oil? It comes from the plants. These plants have been developing their own immune system and their own protection against outside forces, outside toxins and nasty pollutants and things. And they've been developing these over the course of millions of years, this protection. And their source of protection is the essential oil. That is what protects the plant. This is an aromatic compound of the plant. And that's an actual close-up image. If you look close, you will see the little oil sacs. And we get the oils from different, depending on the plant, they could come from the leaves, the stems, the roots sometimes, the flowering tops, even the seeds. Depends on which oil or which plant we're talking about. We use a steam distillation process. We're able to use pressure and heat to evaporate that oil and water off of the plant, and then as it cools down, we're able to separate the oil and the water and extract that essential oil out of that plant. It's a pretty neat process. For a lot of our citrus oils, we use a cold pressed extraction process where we're actually using a press to get that essential oil, usually out of the rind or peel of the citrus fruit. They are very, very powerful. If I was sitting in front of you right now and we were in a live class, I'd be passing around the peppermint essential oil. If you have some, or if you're with somebody that has some, grab it. And I'm going to show you how you can use the essential oils both aromatically, topically, and internally. Let's see if I can figure out how to change this. Peppermint, okay, if you've got it, go ahead and put a drop in the palm of your hand, just one drop. And then what I like to do is take my other thumb and just kind of put it there, dip it in there a little bit, get it wet, and then just go ahead and put your thumb in your mouth and kind of suck on your thumb a little bit and put it on the roof of your mouth. And just hold it there for 5 or 10 seconds. And then take your thumb out and take a few deep breaths, and you will notice and instantly recognize the power of one drop of peppermint oil. Very, very powerful stuff. I just love how it starts to clear my airways and start to refresh me and invigorate me, and I can just kind of feel it working through. The other reason I love doing this in live classes is because all of a sudden everyone in the room is smiling, which is very nice when you're teaching a class, especially when you've got the people with their arms crossed and their brow, you know, the little crease in their brow, and they're like, what am I doing here? All of a sudden people are smiling. There's a physical reaction to the essential oils that's very cool to watch. I love using the peppermint and the wild orange. Both, you just have a reaction to them. We're made up of the same stuff. Our DNA is very similar, and our bodies recognize that. Our bodies recognize pure, they recognize truth, and there's a physical and emotional reaction to those essential oils. I love that. So now you've still got a little bit of oil in your hands. You rub those together, and then you can hold your hands over your nose and mouth and just take a few nice deep breaths. And I love peppermint. You know, I have some sinus issues where my airways are just kind of tight or clogged. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. But when I breathe in peppermint and some of these other oils, it really kind of helps me to open up those airways and breathe easy. Very powerful. And then whatever's left on your hands, you can just take and rub onto the back of your neck. You can rub it on your forehead, on your temples. And this is a great way to apply the oil topically. Okay, and you're definitely going to get benefits from all three. We'll talk about here in a little bit. I'm kind of jumping ahead again. Better just stick to my slides. So they are very safe. Okay, doTERRA oils particularly. doTERRA takes very special and careful, we'll take careful precautions, okay, to make sure that our growers are not using any pesticides or weed killers or nasty stuff or fillers, that they're harvesting the plant at the right time, they're using the right part of the plant where we're going to get the most potent essential oil. So we have these relationships with these growers to make sure that oil is completely pure. The only thing in that bottle is essential oil. There's nothing else in there, and that's why I think doTERRA has just completely taken off in the last 8 years and is now $1 billion company, because we can guarantee the purity of that oil. They're the most potent oils available, I believe, and they work. Okay, they work, and that's why we have over 3 million customers already in just 8 short years. That's why we're a top 10 company and one of the number 1 or number 2 direct sales company in the world. Okay. It's because our products work. I love that. and I love just sharing them, giving them to people, letting them have an experience with them, and there's loyalty back, and people just love this stuff. So use use a little bit of common sense. Some of the oils have a little bit of personality. Okay, clove, cinnamon, oregano, thyme. Some of these oils, melaleuca, you don't want to get those in your eyeball. Okay, when my mom first got her essential oils, she loved the smell of cinnamon. And so she took a little cinnamon and put it on her finger and put a little up on her neck, like a little perfume. And that your neck's kind of a sensitive area, and that cinnamon kind of burned. Okay, and she got little red marks there. And she called me and I said, Mom, grab some coconut oil and put it on there. It'll help to dilute that and kind of calm it down. Yeah, but use some common sense because some of them do have a little bit of kick to them. Some of them you do want to dilute, and we use fractionated coconut oil. We love it because it absorbs into the skin very easily. It doesn't leave an oily residue. And you can just, dilute 1 drop of oil to 1 drop of coconut oil, mix those together. You can cover a larger area, and that actually kind of reduces the potency of some of those stronger oils. Okay, so be careful. Be careful. Use the directions. We have resources available for you. There's a couple of books out there. One is the Modern Essentials book that I love. I think we're in the 7th edition now, and that's available through Aroma Tools. What a great resource, because you can look up all the oils and learn about them. You can look up different ailments and see what's recommended as far as essential oils, and then it'll tell you how to use them. It'll say, hey, you might want to dilute this, or this is only for topical use, not for internal use. And follow those directions and just use some common sense. If you're a total rookie like I was, I would call whoever invited me to the essential oils or get on classes, and I would just gather that information so I knew what I was doing. All right, let's see if I can get my slide to change. So aromatic, historically the most popular, method of using essential oils has been aromatically as an aromatherapy. We use cold diffusers. We love our diffusers. You just put a little cold water. I've got mine going right here with grapefruit and lemon oil. It just smells so refreshing and nice. Just some cold water, a few drops of oil, and you turn that on, and that's a cold mist that evaporates into the air. The molecules are very tiny, and these compounds are so tiny in the essential oils that is up in the air, and as I breathe it into my system, it hits my lungs, and it immediately goes through my bloodstream very quickly. So it's a very effective way to get those essential oils into your body and get the benefits of those. Great way to support your respiratory function, your immune function. And talk about a mood enhancer. I just love diffusing the citrus oils, especially. I've got 4 little girls now, and things just get dramatic all the time. I love to diffuse the citrus oils on Sunday morning, which is just a nightmare for us getting ready for church. I don't know why that's the worst morning of the week, but if I can remember to get up and get some essential oils going, especially those citrus oils, that really does help uplift and affect the mood. Also a great way to purify the air. We'll talk about On Guard here in a little bit, which is our protective blend. If you get that cinnamon and clove out in the air, that's going to really purify the air for you. Topical. Since these oils are pure, yes, you can put them on your body. I can put them on my little baby. I have no problem doing that. In fact, when my last baby, Scarlett, was born, my wife was getting stitched up. She had a C-section. And daddies are so lucky because we get to hold the baby and put their first little diaper on and kind of clean him up. And the first thing I did was put frankincense oil on my baby's feet because it's a powerful anti-anxiety and antifungal and anti-inflammatory. And it's a very traumatic thing, obviously, to be born. And I just wanted something pure on my baby instead of the Johnson & Johnson chemicals, okay? And the first thing they put them on is, get that stuff away from my kid. So again, use common sense. Some of these oils have a little bit more personality. You don't really want to put them on sensitive areas, sensitive skin, so dilute those. The bottoms of the feet are great. We use the bottoms of the feet a lot. Your skin is quite a bit thicker, and usually you're not going to have a sensitivity. If I was to put oregano on my neck, it might feel spicy, but on the bottom of my feet, a lot of the times you won't even feel it down there. So that's a great place to put the oils. And also, if you're familiar with reflexology, there's different spots on your foot where you can apply the oils to affect those different systems of the body. Okay, for instance, sinuses, which are my issues. If I rub those oils into the tips of my little toes, then that's going to affect that area. The big toe, I think, is your head. Okay, so if you're having issues, with aches or pains or discomfort, then that's a great place to put them. Okay, so I love the books too, and that Modern Essential books kind of talks about that reflexology, gives you a little chart that you can take a look at. And you can put the oils right on affected areas, for discomfort, muscle discomfort, or issues like that. You can rub those oils right on the affected area, and again, just use caution with that, okay? And people freak out when we tell them you can take them internally. We got a lot of people that are like, hey, you can't put oils in your body. You know what? Yes, you can. If they're pure, absolutely you can. I've been taking oils internally for 6 years. I've never had a problem. It's pure. It's like eating food, okay? And in fact, on the side of the bottle, on a lot of them, you're going to see that it says that there's supplement facts on there, and that it's considered a dietary supplement. So make sure you look on the side of the bottle, and if it says supplement facts, then it's safe to take internally. You can put a few drops in your water and drink it that way. We can use the little veggie caps, empty veggie caps, and kind of make your own little concoctions and take those. I know doTERRA has quite a few blends that are already in soft gel caps that you can take internally. And then, of course, you can cook with them as well. They're awesome for flavoring. I've used rosemary and thyme doing turkeys, and of course, for peppermint brownies and cookies and things like that. They are just phenomenal. Salsa, there's so many ways I've used essential oils internally, and I just love to cook with them. They're fantastic, and they're very detoxifying. The first thing I do in the morning is get lemon oil, put it in my glass of water, and chug that, and that just really helps to kind of supercharge my system, helps my body start to hydrate, and it's a great detoxifier, and it's good to clean me out. And I just love taking my oil, my lemon essential oil, first thing in the morning. So doTERRA, again, talk about purity. We've got these relationships with the growers. We can just basically guarantee that the only thing in that bottle is the essential oil, and this is really going to be the difference between whether an oil works for you or not, is the purity. The FDA does not regulate essential oils, so you can make claims. People can say 100% pure. I can go to Walmart, and I can even go to some truck stops and buy quote-unquote lavender essential oil, and it'll say 100% pure on there. The other thing, though, it'll say is for aromatic use only. Do not put it on your body, and do not take internally, and keep it away from children. And the reason they say that is because there's probably some stuff in there that they didn't want us putting in our body, okay, which means the purity, or maybe fillers. So doTERRA came up with their own brand, I guess, is CPTG, Certified Pure Therapeutic Grade. If you see that on the bottle, you'll know that it's pure and potent. We source our oils from all over the world. I love that we not only go where the plant is indigenous and is the most potent, but we form relationships with these growers, and we're actually having an effect on the economy and on these people's lives in third world countries and all over the world. We're forming co-ops. We're cutting out the middleman. We're incentivizing our growers to give us a superior product. Once that oil is distilled, it's tested rigorously to make sure that it is pure and it lines up with our potency standards. And we actually incentivize the growers. If we get a real nice potent product, then they'll pay a higher price for that. And so I love that we're doing stuff, and we're out, and I love that doTERRA goes out there into these third world countries and makes a change in the community, not only by helping people earn an income, okay, by farming and distilling these essential oils, but they're also building wells and schools and helping kids with hygiene and just making a difference. I take a lot of pride in doTERRA because of that, and I know that when I use an essential oil like vetiver that comes from Haiti, that there are lives that are being affected down there and benefited because I'm using this essential oil. It just makes me really proud of the company I work for. So we go where it's the most potent, and we do not mess around. Okay, we have super high standards. We will not even accept an inferior product. In fact, Melissa, which is our most valuable oil, last year, it comes from Bulgaria. Last year they had a really rainy season, and they harvested that and sent it up to us, and it did not match up to our standards, and we actually had to reject that batch. And doTERRA we sold out, and we basically didn't have Melissa for almost a year, and it just came available again this year with the new crop. And so we refuse, even on our most valuable oil, we refuse to put anything on the shelf that does not line up to our standards. So I love that as well. So let's start getting into some oils now and talking about the different oils. Lavender is definitely one of the most popular. That's probably the one I had heard of. Lavender is all things soothing. We go to France and the high mountain regions in the Alps of France to get our lavender, and that's where the linalool content is the highest. This is where the best stuff in the world grows. I just love smelling our lavender. It just smells so pure and clean and fresh to me. It does help with feelings of tension. It can soothe skin irritations, okay, sunburn, bug bites. The other day I was ironing, and this is just yesterday actually, I was ironing my shirt and I had it kind of up high and I went over the buttons and held it probably a little too long. When I picked up my shirt by the buttons, it burned my 3 fingers, my thumb and my first 2 fingers there, and it hurt. You know, it was like picking up it felt like touching an iron. And man, it was stinging. So I hurried and finished. I went over, grabbed my lavender, put just 1 drop on and rubbed it onto the tips of my fingers, and the pain was gone and it never bugged me again, and I never blistered or anything. Awesome for that kind of stuff. You know, for a restful night of sleep, you can add it to your pillow. You can diffuse that at night. Lavender is widely known as being very soothing and calming, and you can add it to your bath water to reduce stress, and also use that topically. That's probably one of the more widely used oils in my house, especially with little kids. We just find times to use lavender all the time, and in fact we have kids that'll come asking for it sometimes. So love that. Now if you'll notice down at the bottom right, you're going to see just some cool little tips and tricks that you can do with the essential oil. Excuse me, you're going to see a lot of stuff from our blog, which is the doTERRAblog.com. Great place to go to get some really cool recipes for different, I don't know, all kinds of different stuff. Okay, here's one that is an after sun soothing spray. You're out in the sun a little bit too long and you're starting to feel the burn, get that lavender on there, and there's a little recipe for that. So you can look those up again on the website, doTERRAblog.com. So we love lavender. Lemon, I told you this is the first oil I use every single morning. It's a detoxifier. It cleanses the body. It helps with digestion. Very awesome. This is a great one for purifying and cleaning. Okay, so you can actually put this in water and you can clean surfaces with it. I've got one of those shark mops, you know, those steam mops for the kitchen floor, and I always put lemon or On Guard in there, and it not only smells wonderful, but it detoxifies and cleanses surfaces. Lemon's fantastic for that. Fantastic for healthy respiratory function, and definitely the citrus oils are some of the best mood enhancers. And like today I'm using grapefruit and lemon in my diffuser, and it just smells awesome, and it's kept me in a really nice pleasant mood all day, except for when the kids were giving me lip about eating their vegetables earlier. I kind of got dad on them a little bit, but that's natural. Okay, great. Oh, it is great for sticky residues. In fact, I used this today. My 10-year-old put a sticker on the back of her new cell phone, and she couldn't get it off, and it was all gooey, you know, and it was sticking. So I got a little razor blade, scraped off what I could, and then I just took 1 drop of lemon oil on a napkin and just rubbed it on the back of her phone. In about 2 seconds, all that goo was gone. So it's really good for eating away those gooey, yucky, sticky residues. Lemon is distilled, cold pressed, and distilled from the it's cold press extracted from the peel of the lemon, and we go to Italy to get our lemon, and it's actually really helps with all kinds of different acidic issues in the body, which is interesting. Very clean, very fresh. Gotta love the lemon. Get that thing in your body first thing in the morning and you will not regret it. It's very cleansing. Now peppermint we talked about a little bit earlier. Love this one for a mood enhancer. Really helps with respiratory function, clear breathing, like as I illustrated earlier with me. Great for digestive issues too, okay? Occasional indigestion, bloating, gas, upset stomach, nausea, things like that. You can apply this one topically to relieve feelings of tension. And this is a great oil to diffuse when you're low on energy. It really is a kind of helps with alertness. I know a lot of people that'll use this on road trips. I've known of pilots that use it in the cockpit, and I've also known of teachers that will diffuse this one in the classroom when the students are getting ready to take a test. It'll help them to stay alert and focus. And it kind of has the opposite effect on some people too. My daughter, my 12-year-old, well, she'll be 12 tomorrow, diffuses peppermint at night, and she loves the smell of peppermint to help just soothe her at night and help her sleep, which is very interesting because it affects people differently. Gotta love peppermint. You know, we've used this one also. Well, I'm just gonna say it, okay? I've got kids that get fevers every once in a while, and peppermint is very cooling to the body. So if you ever have the opportunity to try that and rub it across the back with a little bit of coconut oil, it is very cooling, and you actually feel that cooling sensation when you put that peppermint on. Wonderful oil, and very widely used on this one. Frankincense, hands down, is my #1 favorite oil of all time. I carry frankincense with me. I love this stuff. It is a grounding and a spiritual oil for me. I always use frankincense before I present, whether in webinars or in live classes. It just kind of brings me to earth. It calms me. You know, and I've got 4 daughters. Like I said, there are definitely some stressful times, probably more often than not. Frankincense is my go-to. And I actually like to use this one topically. I put it under my tongue, a few drops under my tongue, and I just kind of let it absorb into my bloodstream that way. It works very rapidly. And I just love using it internally like that. Some people can't stand the taste of it because it comes from tree sap, okay? So it's very sappy, very earthy flavor, and it just takes a little bit of getting used to. But I love giving people frankincense and telling them to do the frankincense test. And if you want to try it, here's how you do it. When you have some time by yourself, you take that frankincense, put 3 or 4 drops in, and let it sit under your tongue, and just kind of meditate and concentrate and pay attention to the way your body feels. And every time I've tried this with someone, they've had some sort of a reaction to it. They feel calmed, they feel relaxed. Some people have even reported feelings of euphoria, okay, not like a drug high, but just feeling really, really good. And frankincense has a very soothing and warming effect like that. I love this stuff. Also great for the skin, so it is in a lot of skincare products that we have to help rejuvenate the skin. Another thing I would definitely highly recommend you do if you're skeptical or just want to know more about the science is go to pubmed.com or .gov, I can't remember, something, org maybe, PubMed. It's where the scientific and research studies are published. And you can actually go in there and type in frankincense and do a little bit of research and see what some of these researchers are finding on this frankincense and boswellia extract. Very, very powerful stuff for your health. There's a reason, I think, that the 3 wise men gave the baby Jesus 3 gifts. 2 of them were essential oils, myrrh and frankincense and gold. Those were all very, very valuable. And again, you know, I talked about my baby, but for a mother and a child just gone through childbirth, great for both mother and child. Soothing, anti-inflammatory properties, cleansing properties. Just a wonderful oil to use just after having a baby. So it just makes sense to me. And also frankincense was actually at some points considered more valuable than gold. And in fact, there's a document, a medical document that was found in Egypt in a cave, a papyrus of some sort, and it was estimated to be about 5,000 years old, and they actually mentioned frankincense in there. This one has been used for thousands and thousands of years and is a very, very valuable, sought-after oil. And definitely when all else fails, go to the frankincense. Can't say enough about this one. Melaleuca, there's the tea tree oil, very popular as well. Very great health effects and cleansing and rejuvenating effects. It's awesome on the skin. In fact, there's a company out there that bases their entire product line around the tea tree oil. A lot of skincare products and things like that. Definitely promoting healthy immune function and is going to protect against environmental and seasonal threats. I've been using Melaleuca, and I talked earlier about my sinuses, how they're just kind of always plugged up a little bit, and my airways are just not open. I got a tip from a friend on my team, Jean-Marc, if you're out there, what's up? He's got some crazy stories about Melaleuca, but he just puts it right up his nose. And I thought, well, I'm going to just try it. And so I put a few drops on my hand and just, you know, it looks like I'm picking my nose, I guess, but right up in there. And you can actually sniff a little bit and kind of try and get it up in there. But it is awesome for me. I love using this one now to open up my airways. So I keep it by my bed and use it at night just to help me breathe a little bit better. A lot of research on this one too, as an antifungal and antiviral and all kinds of awesome stuff. So Melaleuca and wonderful, wonderful for the skin. Okay, gotta love this one. Oregano is one of our more powerful oils. This one definitely has some personality. This is, you can see here that it says dilute before using topically. Okay, it's going to have a little bit of a kick to it. You can use this one to make pizza sauce, and you don't even need a whole drop. You just dip a toothpick in there and put a little toothpick worth in there, and that's just going to really give some flavor. If you, in times of dire need, when I've been absolutely at the depths, of nasty issues, okay, cold flu season, that kind of thing, I reach for oregano. This stuff just kills everything in its path. It's amazing for your immune system. So yes, dropping that into a veggie cap to help maintain that healthy immune system. This is the one I turn to when I'm kind of desperate. Very good for digestion and respiratory function, and is a very powerful cleansing and purifying agent. This is definitely one of our more powerful oils for sure. And also you can cook with it, so we're going to love that. Now we're going to move into blends here. We've gone through some of our single oils. doTERRA has done a great job of putting a few oils together to achieve a certain objective, okay? And we all have respiratory issues at some point or another. And so this is our Breathe oil, which is going to really be helpful for those respiratory issues, to clear those airways, easy breathing, seasonal issues. And also I've heard, when loud noises, aka snoring, of a partner are keeping you up at night, you can diffuse Breathe or put that on the feet. And I don't know why my wife claims that I snore. I've never heard myself snore, so I don't believe it. But I don't know why she's not putting Breathe on me at night, because I've heard it just works wonders. And this is probably one of the oils that we used the most over the years as well. We used with our little kids. Okay, there's always issues around the winter time and seasonal issues that go on. This is a great oil to diffuse, to carry with you, and this is a great oil to share also, because it just has a really stimulating smell to it, and it's a great oil to share if you are looking to share and earn some income. You can see the ingredients on that one: peppermint, eucalyptus, melaleuca, lemon, cardamom. And I love cardamom. We actually just brought cardamom on a couple of years, about a year and a half ago. And cardamom is one of the most sought after and expensive spices, and this is the cardamom seed you see right here. We actually get that, I think, from Guatemala. And I love using cardamom just as a single oil. I've been rubbing that on topically over my sinuses to help me with easy breathing. And we loved it so much, and doTERRA kind of reformulated the Breathe and added that cardamom and just gave it an extra boost, which I can't say enough about the cardamom oil too, just as a single oil. Love that stuff. Digestin for digestive issues. You look at the ingredients on this one, it just looks like you're at an Indian restaurant or something. Ginger, peppermint, caraway, coriander, anise, or anise, however you say that, tarragon, fennel. Okay, these are all just foods. So it would just make sense that they're going to be helpful to maintain a healthy gastrointestinal tract for digestive issues, bloating, gas. Also, if you overeat, hopefully I'm not the only one that has done that, and you just have that too full kind of a feeling and bloated. This is a great one to help digestion, promote digestion, and really get that moving and kind of soothe that belly pain. Okay, and we've used this with our kids for both diarrhea and constipation. We put that on topically under their little belly. This one kind of has a cooling sensation as well, probably from that peppermint and some of those other oils, but that's been very effective with both of those issues. And I love that they're so diverse. You can use it for one or the other, and they just are so intuitive. I think you put it on your body, and your body just kind of figures out how to take the benefit of that, and the body will fix itself. Love it. This is a great one to share also. On Guard, can't say enough about this, and this is one of my go-tos. I've always got On Guard around. I brushed my teeth with this stuff. doTERRA has created a whole line of products based around the On Guard and Protective blend. This has got the cinnamon, the clove, wild orange, eucalyptus, and rosemary. Great for immune support. Great one to diffuse, you know, at certain times of year when you've got things going around, if you know what I mean. Definitely supports the body's natural antioxidant defenses. Clove is one of the most powerful antioxidants out there. In fact, I don't know of a more powerful antioxidant. So very good on a cellular level for to support, you know, healthy cellular function and oxidation. Great for respiratory function. This is a great one to diffuse as well, to purify and cleanse the air. Clove and cinnamon just kill everything in its path, and there's a lot of studies on those too. I would definitely recommend looking those up and doing your research on those two oils and just how powerful they are. It's no wonder On Guard is one of our top sellers. So just kind of a go-to, and I love that we've created all these different products. We have On Guard toothpaste, foaming hand wash, laundry detergent, cleaning solution. This is, like I said, one of those ones I put in my shark mop and a couple of drops with that water, steam the floor, and I just know that it's just killing everything in its path and really cleansing. And so yeah, an entire On Guard lineup that we have based on these oils. That's a fantastic product. Deep Blue. This is our soothing blend. This is a great one to put on after a long day of heavy lifting, a long day of work. Our athletes and people that work out use this one constantly, or people that are very active doing physical work. This is a great one to soothe your body after a long day. I've actually used this one for many issues, but one night I woke up and I just had one of those nasty cramps in my calf. And you know how painful those nasty cramps are. And I just happened to have Deep Blue on the nightstand, and so I grabbed it and rubbed it in, and within seconds my cramp had dissipated. And so I was like, oh, it's great for that too. This is a fantastic one, you know, if you've got sore feet, sore knees, things like that. And this one's not for internal use. There's blue tansy in this one. I'm not sure what's the other one. Oh, wintergreen and blue tansy aren't recommended for internal use, but you can see that wintergreen, camphor, peppermint, blue tansy, helichrysum. It's got kind of a menthol smell to it. And this is definitely one of our more popular blends. In fact, this month we're doing a promotion, and we love when doTERRA does a Deep Blue promo. Okay, so any order of $200 or wholesale dollars or over, you actually get a free 5 ml Deep Blue, and we have a product called the Deep Blue Rub, which is basically this Deep Blue oil in a lotion, and gotta love that one because, man, you only need a teeny little bit and it covers a big area, and it's very soothing. So we love the Deep Blue promo. Sales are great this time of the year because any 200 PV order will get you that free Deep Blue and the Deep Blue Rub, and that's like a, I don't know, $70 or $80 value of free stuff just right there. Okay, now I talked a little bit about that supplement pack on how that was so life-changing for me. I just want to give you a quick overview on the supplements and how they work. It's a 3-pack. You're going to get each one of these supplements in the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and you're supposed to take a couple of each in the morning and a couple of each at night. Again, you just want to give your body what it needs, and we all need this stuff. Now, the first one there on the left is the Alpha CRX. This is CRS, sorry. This is the Cellular Vitality Complex, and the science on this one is that it helps your body on a cellular level to produce more mitochondria, to reduce oxidation, and to just help you with sustained energy. So people that suffer from fatigue, you know, and I know for me, when I take my supplements, and I do pretty much every day unless I'm out, you know, just good sustained energy throughout the day, and then I sleep like a baby at night, I'll tell you. And I think there's some also anti-inflammatory properties in there that were very helpful for me. The middle one is it says XE omega, okay, but we pronounce it Z omega. And this is your omega-3s that are so important. Well, we've got to have omega-3s for healthy brain function, healthy joint function. And in our society, you know, we're just not getting enough omega-3s. We get plenty of omega-5s. In fact, we're getting way too many of those in our fried foods and saturated foods, saturated fats, things like that. you've got to get your omega-3. So this is a marine-based omega-3, comes from the algae instead of the fish, so we're actually going right to the source. You're not going to have that fishy aftertaste on this one. So you're going to get those essential fatty acids. And also in this blend, you're going to have 9 essential oils that are just recommended to be proactive and to just get in your system every day. I know frankincense and clove are both in there among some other oils. So fantastic to just use this product proactively to help you with your health every day. And then lastly is you got your Microplex VMZ is your vitamin and mineral complex, a very well balanced vitamin and mineral blend, and it also has a patented delivery system called the nanosomal lipid delivery system. I know it's kind of technical, but basically just means that when it hits your intestines, it actually dissolves through the intestinal wall and into your system, so you're actually getting the full benefit of these vitamins and minerals. I know a lot of the supplements and vitamins and stuff that you can get out there are this heat-pressed, very condensed pill that you take, and the body has a hard time sometimes in ingesting those and working with those. A lot of times people will just pass them without them even dissolving. Okay, so you're not really getting that benefit. So it's important to have a delivery system where your body can actually absorb these in and get that benefit. This is our #1 selling product in our entire company, in a billion-dollar company, and there's a reason why. It is life-changing. I love to give this one to my friends, to share this one, to let people experiment and experience with these. doTERRA, in fact, we believe in it so much that we have a lifetime guarantee on it, and a money-back guarantee. You can actually order this product. You can try it for 30 days, empty the bottles out, and if it doesn't change your life, you don't love it, you can just send the empty bottles back and get your money back. That's how much we believe in this product. And I just can't say enough about it. For me, it was a life changer. So one of the things we just don't want to happen is for you to get your essential oils home and then they just sit there on a shelf and you don't use them. We want you to experiment with them. It's kind of fun. It's not kind of fun. It's really fun to experiment, and it's just great when the kids all of a sudden are like, "Hey, Mom, I need that peppermint. Bring your oils." I just love hearing stories about kids. Kids recognize truth, and if it affects them, they will ask for it. But it's kind of a little mind shift. You just kind of have to start thinking a different way. Hey, normally I would reach for this, but you know what? I'm going to try the oils first. And it is kind of a little shift. There are a lot of resources out there to help you. One of the things that's not on here that I need to add is brand new. It just came out a couple days ago, and it's called the doTERRA Daily Drop. And if you actually do a little Google search on that, I think it's doTERRADailyDrop.com. You can go there and actually download an app onto your iPhone or your Android, and it'll just send you a little daily reminders of what essential oils are and how they work, and it's just great for our customers. There's some other resources. doTERRAUniversity.com is a fantastic website that the company has produced, and you can go there and watch videos and kind of work your way through the system and kind of learn some more and get more details on those oils. You can go to doTERRATools.com if you want to see some of the scientific sheets and bring up some, if you want to learn more about the Vitality Pack that I just talked about. This is a great place to go to look up those forms and flyers and be able to read more on each individual product. And then, of course, on social media, there's the doTERRA International page. If you just search for doTERRA, you'll find that. They're on Pinterest and Instagram. There's also YouTube videos out there. There's all kinds of resources. And then, of course, you've got these webinars that you can come to and continue to learn more. And, of course, whoever brought you to and invited you to come and sells you the oils, that's a good resource too. Go to them to learn and ask them the questions. Get on the Facebook groups out there and just start throwing your issues out there, and there's a huge support out there. And then also get that book, get the Modern Essential book or the Oil Life book, the My Oil Life book. Those are both fantastic resources so that you can learn how to use the oils. We just don't want you to get home and have them sit on a shelf and you never touch them again. We want you to experience those. There's a couple of different ways to get the essential oils. Basically what we do is we set you up with a wholesale membership. It's very similar to Costco, for instance. And how that works is it's $35 to get your wholesale membership. That's good for a year. That allows you to purchase the oils at the 25% off, which is the wholesale price. It's definitely the best way to purchase the oils. So you can do it a couple different ways. You could purchase your $35 membership and then kind of shop a la carte and just buy 1 or 2 or 3 products, however you wanted to do it that way. Okay, what I definitely recommend though is getting in with one of the enrollment kits. Whoever invited you to come tonight, make sure you get 2 forms from them. You want to get the product order form, which is going to have all the oils and products that we carry along with their wholesale price. And then you want to go ahead and get a copy of the enrollment kit flyer and take a look at those enrollment kits. I highly recommend the enrollment kits because that $35 membership is actually going to be included in that price. So you don't have to pay the membership on top of it. And plus, they bundle the oils together, and you're going to save a ton of money that way getting in with an enrollment kit. So we highly recommend. I'm going to show you a couple of those kits here. We have such a, let's see, what's my next? Well, here, let's go into the kits. This is one of our most popular kits for our customers. This has all 10 of the oils that we've talked about tonight, and these are the larger bottles, the 15 ml bottles. There's going to be about 250 drops in each bottle. And you only need 2-3 drops per application, so you can see that that's going to go quite a ways. They last a while, and you're going to get a nice diffuser, the pedal diffuser, with that, and that is a fantastic diffuser. So for our customers, this is one of the most popular kits. It's $275, and that is the wholesale price, and that does include that $35 membership. For people that are a little more serious that want to kind of get in and experience some of the other products, this is the kit that my wife purchased when she first started 6 years ago. It was similar to this. We've actually came up with some new products, but this is the one she came in with. You get more oils on this one. You get 9 of the 5 ml bottles and 2 of the 10 ml roller bottles, and then 7 of the 15 ml bottles. So you're going to get quite a few more oils with this one, the wooden box, the diffuser. You get to try some of our skincare products. You're going to get that deep blue. You can see that there's the hand soap here with the foaming hand wash with 2 dispensers, and you will just fall in love with that. And you get to try the On Guard toothpaste. Everyone I've shared that On Guard toothpaste with is converted for life. Okay, that stuff is fantastic. And then if you can see here in the back, that's that Lifelong Vitality supplement pack there, and so you get those supplements as well. So this kit is $550. You can see over here this purple dot. There's an added incentive to come in with some of these larger kits. Next month when you place your first order after your enrollment order, doTERRA is going to give you 100 product points or 100 product credits. And that's basically worth $100 worth of free stuff just for coming in with this kit. And then also it says here you get to start at 15% rewards. So what is that? Well, we have such a huge loyalty in doTERRA. In fact, we have about a 70% retention rate, which means that out of 100 of my customers, about 65 or 70 of them order every single month. So we have a huge loyalty, and it's because people absolutely love this stuff. And so doTERRA has created kind of a frequent flyer program. We call it the Loyalty Rewards Program, where you can get a certain percentage back each month as you order. Now, you're not obligated to order every single month. You don't have to, okay? But if you want to participate and you end up falling in love with the products, it's nice to get a little kickback and be able to get free products. So normally that would start at 10%, but you can see if you come in with some of these bigger kits, this one starts at 15%, which means if next month I spend $100, I'd get $15 in free stuff. And then every 3 months it increases by 5%, all the way up to 30%. And so after our first year of being loyal and ordering every single month, we were up to 30%. We're still there. So for every $100 we spend, we get $30 in free products. And so keep that in mind and make sure that you look through all the kits to find the best one for you. Some people get mad when they find out they could have started at 20 or 25% kickback with some of the other kits. So that's why I make sure to mention that to you. This is our diamond kit. For someone that wants to come in to doTERRA and actually build this as a business, in order, to replace a part-time or a full-time income, or even to make it a career like we have done, and where there's basically no limit to the amount of money you can make. This is a great kit for someone who wants to get in and just have every single product that doTERRA has on hand. You're going to get every single one of our oils. You get our entire women's line. You got our Slim and Sassy weight loss line here. You got all of our supplements that we carry, all of our skin care and hair care products, the entire On Guard line. You get the diffuser, you get a carrying case. I mean, it's all in this kit, okay? And that's $2,500 for that one. Now, some people kind of freak out, but if you look at other businesses and the overhead, this is the maximum you can spend coming into doTERRA to start a business. And with the, if you follow the steps, you can easily make that money back, and the sky's the limit as far as a career. So really the overhead's pretty low. You can see with this kit, you're also going to get 400 product credits back. So you're immediately next month going to get $400 in free stuff, and then you get to start at the 25% kickback on that loyalty rewards with this one. And you can see you're saving over $800 just by getting it as a kit. That's how much discount they're going to offer on this kit just by bundling it all together. Okay, so I have no problem showing people this kit, and I've sold a lot of them. And so if you really want to get in and have everything and totally convert over to all natural and get rid of all that nasty chemical toxin stuff that we're using, this is a great way to do it. All right, so the doTERRA loyalty rewards program, that's just a kind of another little slide on that to show you how that works. You can start anywhere from 10 to 25% as I've shown you on that kickback, and then every 3 months it increases by 5%. This is definitely the smartest way to purchase. Again, there's no obligation, but if you want to keep your points and keep advancing, then you do need to make a minimum purchase. Okay, minimum of 100 a month to receive paychecks if you're sharing, a minimum of 50 a month to continue to receive an increase in your product credits each month. But you can cancel this anytime, and you can change your order anytime. What I love is when you enroll, you're going to get your order will come, you're going to get your oils, and you get a nice welcome packet. It's very, very professional. There's a DVD in there and a lot of cool stuff you can read up on. But you're also going to get your own online account. You can immediately go on and register and sign up, and you're going to have your own online account. And that's where you go to place all of your orders. So you don't have to go through the person that brought you in. You just can go online. You can set up your order for next month. You can purchase oil, shop, and also you can start to immediately share, and if you want to do that, start earning income and be able to manage your business there on your personal website as well. So that's another great thing that comes along with getting your wholesale membership, is that the ability to just go online and order yourself online, and you're going to definitely want to use the person that sent you and invited you to the webinar here to kind of learn that we call it the back office, to kind of learn how to place your orders and kind of be able to navigate that. There's also on doTERRAuniversity.com. There's some great videos there that kind of help you learn how to navigate through that personal website, and so that's a great